As we've been hearing, Osama bin Laden's death doesn't diminish the threat posed by al-Qaeda. In fact, some analysts believe it may be the catalyst for a new wave of terrorist attacks. Here's our Middle East correspondent, Ben Knight.
For the United States, this is a huge symbolic victory. But in reality, Osama bin Laden's life on the run and his reputed poor health meant he was no longer the hands-on leader of the movement he created. But he did remain the figurehead, the hero of the Islamic Jihad movement.
Bin Laden remains something of an iconic hero across the Islamic world, from Morocco through to Indonesia, and they will see this as an opportunity to martyr him and to perhaps conduct further attacks in his name.
But in fact, al-Qaeda is no longer a single organisation. It's more like a franchise, with offshoots in North Africa, Iraq, Afghanistan and Yemen. Each has its own name: al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb, al-Qaeda in Mesopotamia, and most active of all, al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. In October, this group claimed responsibility for a plot to send parcel bombs disguised as printer cartridges on cargo planes to the United States. It's also been linked to the Christmas Day 2009 incident, when a Nigerian man on an American passenger plane failed to detonate a bomb hidden in his underpants. So Osama bin Laden's death is not the end of al-Qaeda, and he's most likely to be replaced as leader by his longtime deputy, the Egyptian-born surgeon Ayman al-Zawahiri. He's been with Osama bin Laden since the 1980s in Afghanistan and is believed to have been the mastermind behind many of al-Qaeda's most devastating attacks. His most recent message urged Muslims in North Africa to take up arms and fight NATO forces that are attacking Libya.
There was a time when both men were regarded as street heroes in parts of the Middle East for having struck a blow against the might of the United States. But many now believe that support for al-Qaeda in the Arab world is far less than what it once was.
They point to the recent uprisings in Tunisia, Egypt, Libya and Syria, movements that are based not on Islamic Jihad, but on the principles of freedom and democracy. Dictators in those countries have tried to blame the protests on al-Qaeda and Islamic fundamentalists, but no one inside or outside their countries believed them. The Arab world is changing, but it's going in the opposite direction to the Islamic empire that Osama bin Laden was fighting for. Ben Knight, ABC News.